yarny friends, I'm Sara Sach. Welcome back to my crochet channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet what I'm calling our Autumn Breeze throw blanket, kind of going along with some of the other items that I designed that I called Autumn Breeze using this same yarn. Now we made a hat. I have a scarf, sort of cowl coming also that we're working on, and then this is a blanket, all made with the same yarn. But we'll talk more about yarns in just a minute. Now this is what I'm calling the Autumn Breeze because I wanted it to be a little bit of an open throw, but not real open. Kind of like we went to an outdoor concert for my grandson's marching band, and I just wanted to take a little blanket with me, just in case it was cool. It wasn't. I sat on it. I didn't have to use it, but it's nice to have. It's also beautiful for decorating, for Thanksgiving, or just to have a little extra blanket around the house, because sometimes I get chilly in the air conditioning. And I love this particular yarn, the way it flows. It's really pretty. And I love how we did these front posts with the chain ones that makes it look like there are leaves going through it. Isn't that pretty? Someone said they look like feathers. That's okay with me too. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I love the way this blanket turned out. Now, if you make this blanket according to what I have written, you're going to get a blanket that's about 25 inches wide and about 42 inches long. But that's the neat thing about this particular pattern. You can make it as wide as you want to, and you can make it as long as you want to by doing the repeat row sections. On the blog, underneath this video, I put that link. You'll find all the sizing, the multiples, and the stitch counts that's underneath this video in that description box. It'll take you right to the blog with all of the information. And there's also pictures there. Sometimes it's kind of nice to just see a still picture opposed to seeing the video done. So you have both of those options to make this beautiful Autumn Breeze throw blanket. One of the neat things about this particular throw blanket is we've made it in such a way that you do not need to put a trim on the blanket. You can if you want to, but I didn't feel that it was necessary since it's a throw, something to throw on the back of a couch or a chair or around your shoulders when you're a little chilly, or on your lap like a lap blanket. Okay, and it also, like I said, this yarn is beautiful. And this is the yarn that we made the Autumn Breeze beanie hat out of. Premier Basix Trendy, medium weight, number 4 worsted. You get 5 ounces on each one, and you're going to need 3 of these, 15 ounces, to make this throw blanket in this size. Now, if you want to make it bigger, of course, you're going to need more yarn. But really, you can use any medium weight number 4 acrylic yarn for this project. And they have lots of other colors of this trendy that you might want to use. It would be beautiful in ombres, solids, or stripe it however that you want to. It'd be gorgeous in like a solid, like an ivory color, or maybe even like a peachy beige like this. Gorgeous colors. All right, so you need 15 ounces, and I think that's about 750 yards of any medium weight number 4 acrylic yarn. Oh, I forgot to tell you the name of this. It's called Desert Sands. It looks just like that, doesn't it? We're going to be stitching with our eye hook today. Normally with medium 4, you're going to stitch with an H. This one calls for a 5.5, and I think it's perfect for this particular blanket because it's going to give us a little bit looser of a stitch so that it makes a nice throw blanket. And then, of course, all you need is a needle to weave in your ends and a pair of scissors. All right, let's get started. Now, you're going to need to chain 78 chains, and I want you to chain these chains just a little bit loose. All right, so we'll start with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 78 chains. Now, I'm going to be doing a swatch. I'm not going to make a whole nother blanket. I'm just going to be doing a swatch to show you how to do those front post stitches that form those beautiful little leaf-like shapes, okay? And so I'm only going to be chaining 45 chains, but you need to chain 78 chains and just a little bit loose. We want this to be open and lacy. So I have stitched my 45 for my swatch. You need to have 78 chains. Now we're going to begin by stitching a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this chain 3 that we skipped, that's going to count as our first double crochet on this row. All right, and so now we're going to stitch 1 double crochet in each of our chains, working all the way across our row. And again, you're going to have more than me because I'm making a swatch. I do want you to really watch how your tension is, because you want this to be open and lacy, because it is a light and lacy blanket, a throw, and not intended to be a heavy blanket. All right? Alrighty, so now we're just going to continue across our row, stitching 1 double crochet in each of our double crochets across. I have stitched 1 double crochet in each of my chains across. Now remember, we're counting this chain 3 as our first double crochet, and I have 43 double crochets, but you're going to have 76 double crochets for your row 1. All right, we're going to chain 3 and turn our work. And now we're ready to start those beautiful stitches that look like leaves. All right, so we're going to double crochet in the next 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet, and we stitched 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. All right, now we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip the next stitch, and we're going to double crochet in the next. So skip, double crochet, and chain 1. All right. Now we'll skip the next stitch, and we're going to double crochet in the next 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, got a little tangle there. We did 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And 8. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick just so we can work it as we go. We have 9, because we count our chain 3 as 1. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, and 8 double crochet. So that's our repeat. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, 8 double crochets in the next 8 double crochets. 1 double crochet in the next 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, oops, 7, 8, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next, and chain 1. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll continue to repeat this across. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, 8 double crochets, and you'll continue to repeat this across until you get to the end of your row. Well, here's our chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and then you'll have 1 double crochet in the last 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and don't forget that chain 3 counted as our first, and that's where we place our 9th double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and chain 3. Here's our blanket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of your chain 1 double crochet chain 1s with 8 in between, and then you'll have 9 at the beginning of your row and 9 at the end of your row. Now we're ready for row 3. All right, now we've chained 3. We're going to turn our work. We're going to double crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now that gives us 8 double crochets because, again, our chain 3 counted as our first. We're going to chain 1, we're going to skip the next double crochet and double crochet in the chain 1 space. We're going to front post double crochet around that double crochet. Then we're going to double crochet in the chain 1 space. All right, let me let you see how that looks real quick. We have just 1 front post double crochet. So now we're going to chain 1, we're going to skip the next, and then double crochet in the next 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Now we're going to do this again, and we'll do this all the way across. Chain 1, skip the next, double crochet in the chain 1 space, double crochet around that double crochet, double crochet in the chain 1 space, and then 1 double chain 1, skip 1, and then 1 double crochet in the next 6. We have to have that chain 1 before and after where we're working because that's going to help that leaf pop out, or that shape of a leaf pop out. All right, 1, 2, 3. Goodness gracious. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so again, chain 1, skip that double crochet in the chain 1 space, front post double crochet around the front post double crochet, and then double crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, skip the next, and then 1 double crochet in those last. 1, 2, let me get some more yarn here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and chain 3, and we'll have us a look at that. Now, remember, I only have 3 sets of my portions here where I'm doing my leaves with those 6 double crochets in between, but you're going to have 6. And then again, we have 8 at the beginning and 8 at the end. So now we are ready for row 4. We've chained 3. We're going to turn our work and we're going to double crochet in the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 7 double crochets because again, our chain 3 counted as our first and we stitched 6 more. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip the next stitch and we're going to stitch in that double crochet. All right, and we're working on the back side of our work, so we're going to stitch 3 front post or back post double crochets. 1, 2, 3. All right, because we're on the back side of our work. We turn it over, those are stitched in the front post on the front. All right, so now we're going to stitch a double crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. We'll skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and see how that looks? That's the back of our blanket. When you turn it over, you can see those lovely front posts, which we stitched as back posts from the back. When you're working from the back of your work, they're back posts. When you're working from the front of your work, they're front posts. All right? All righty. So now we're going to chain 1. We'll skip this double crochet in the chain 1 space, and then we're going to stitch a back post in the next 3 stitches. All right, then double crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1, skip 1, and 1 double crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we've done that 2 times. Here's the back, here's the front. All right, and so you'll continue to do this across your blanket. I'll do my last one here on my swatch. Chain 1, double crochet in the chain 1 space. Now we're going to back post around those next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Double crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, and skip the next. And you'll repeat this all the way across. You'll have 6 sets, and then when you get to the end, you'll chain 1, skip the next, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 double crochets and chain 3. All right, let me turn that over so you can see it from the front. That is the way that the front will look, and those front post stitches are going to start making that leaf sort of pop out. I should say front post and back post stitches because of course we did both. All right, now we're ready to do row 5. Our chain 3 counts as our first, and we're going to stitch in the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that gives us 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets. We're going to chain 1. We're not going to stitch in our chain 1 space. We're going to go to this double crochet and stitch a front post double crochet. And then we'll stitch a front post around the next 3. Because those were the 3 front post stitches. And now we're going to stitch a front post around that double crochet. And then chain 1. All right? Then we'll go over, we're not going to stitch in that chain 1 space. We're going to stitch a double crochet in those next 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And that was a little bit different than we did on the couple previous rows, of course. All right, and so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets. We chained 1, we skipped that chain 1 space and stitched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 front post double crochets, chain 1, skipped that chain 1 space, and stitched 4 double crochets. All right, so let's keep going. We're going to chain 1. We'll go over to the double crochet here and stitch a front post double crochet. There we go. And then 1 in the next 3 front posts. Front post around that last double crochet of that group. So again, we have 5 front post double crochets. Then chain 1 and go to those 4 double crochets and stitch 1 double crochet in those 4 double crochets. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and chain 1 just so you can see how that's looking. And what that does, again, it just really makes those front posts really stick out. Okay, so we chained 1, we're skipping that chain 1 space, and we're stitching 5 front post double crochets. 1 in that double crochet, 1 in each of the 3 front post double crochets, and then 1 in that last double crochet in that group. And then you'll repeat that. You'll have 6 of those where I only have 3 on my swatch. And then we'll come across here and we'll go right in that first double crochet. We're only skipping the chain 1 space and stitch our double crochet. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 double crochets. And chain 3. And so how this was a little bit different, of course, is we have 5 front post double crochets, but we're not stitching in that chain 1 space this time. We're just chaining 1, skipping the chain 1 space, and we have 5 front posts in each of our sections, and you're going to have 6 of those repeats. 7 double crochets at the beginning and end of your row. Now R6 is similar to R5 because we're doing it the same. We're just going to be stitching in the back posts. All right, so we chain 3, we turn our work, we're going to double crochet in those stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 7 double crochets again because our chain 3 counted as our first. We're going to chain 1. we're not going to stitch in that chain one space. We're going to stitch one back post double crochet in each of those 5 front posts. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5 back post double crochets. And when you look on the front, you can see they look like front posts because they are. When you, like I said, when you stitch on the front, they're front posts. When you stitch on the back, they're back posts. All right. So then we're going to chain 1. We'll skip that chain 1 space and stitch 1 double crochet in those 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1. All right, so we've chained 1. We'll skip that chain 1 and we'll stitch 1 back post double crochet in each of those front post double crochets. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, we'll skip that chain 1 space and stitch 1 double crochet in those 4 double crochets. And again, chain 1. Here's the back. Here is the front. There's where we did our front post. And again, see how that makes that kind of pop out? I just love that. All right, so I'm going to do my last one, and you're going to do your last 4 because you have 6, and I'm doing a swatch, so I only have 4 sets. And it is raining pretty hard outside, so if you hear that rain, it's a nice rainy day, but we do have a little bit of thunder and a little bit of storms going on. All righty, so there's my 5 back post stitches, chain 1, and then I'll stitch 1 double crochet in those last 7. 1, 2, oopsies, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And chain 3. All right, and so again, this is the back, and we'll turn that over, and this is the front. So now we're ready for row 7, and row 7 is exactly like row 5. All right, so we're going to double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 7 double crochets because remember our chain 3 at the beginning and end of each row counts as our first double crochet. So chain 1, and now we're just going to front post double crochet in those 5 front post double crochets. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Chain 1 and then skip that chain 1 space and stitch 1 double crochet in those 4 double crochets. There we go. See? Already know how to do this row, don't we? All right, chain 1, and we'll just repeat this across and then stitch 1 double crochet in those last 7 double crochet stitches. So we have completed row 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets, chain 1, 5 front posts, chain 1, 4 double crochets across, and then we end with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets on the end. And again, you're going to have 6 sets instead of 3 because again, I'm using a swatch. Chain 3, and let's turn our work. Now we're going to be doing this a little different. We're going to be on the back, of course, doing back posts. All right, and so we're going to double crochet in the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to double crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. We're going to skip the first front post and back post around those 3 in the center. 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. All right, let me show you from the front. Now we're going to double crochet in the chain 1 space, and then we'll double crochet in those 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll double crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. All right, let's look at it again. We double crocheted, chained 1, and we only have 3 front posts, which are stitched from the back. So back here, we call them back posts. All right, so we chained 1, we're going to skip 1, and we're going to back post, double crochet in those 3 in the center of those 5. Chain 1, skip that last back post or front post, double crochet in the chain 1 space, and then double crochet in those 4 double crochets. All right, I'll show you one more time. Double crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. We're skipping the first front post from the front and back posting in the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip that last back post or front post from the front and double crochet in the chain 1 space and then 1 in those last 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 double crochets and chain 3. All right, so this is how it looks on the back. Then when we turn it over, those leaves just sort of jump right out. Okay, all right, now we're ready for row 9. We've chained 3. We're going to double crochet in those next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 8 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because again, our chain 3 counts as our first. Now we're going to double crochet in the chain 1 space. We're going to chain 1 and only front post in that center front post stitch. And then chain 1. We'll skip that next front post and double crochet in the chain 1 space. And see, we've brought that point back up. All right, and now we'll double crochet in those 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll double crochet in that chain 1 space. Then we'll skip the next, oh, don't forget to chain 1, skip the next, and front post in that front post stitch. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and double crochet in the chain 1 space. All right. Okay, let's do this last one here on my swatch. So we're going to double crochet in those next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, thought I had a tangle there. Double crochet in the chain 1 space. Chain 1, front post in that center front post stitch. Chain 1, skip the next double crochet front post, and double crochet in the chain 1 space. And again, you're just going to repeat this across. And then 1 double crochet in each of those last stitches. Whoopsie, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, let's go ahead and chain 3. And so now you're back to what we did down here. It's the same as what we have up here. All right. And again, you're going to have 6 of those leaves on your blanket, or more if you made your blanket bigger. Isn't this just gorgeous? I just love the way that this turns out. All right, so what you're going to do for your 10th row, we've chained 3, and all you're going to do is stitch 1 double crochet in each of the double crochets and 1 double crochet in each of the chain 1 spaces all the way across. And I do recommend that if you think this is a little bit hard or complicated, because front posts and back posts can be at times, and this isn't a little bit more trickier one because we're changing the sizes of them and the amounts and things. Not the sizes, but the amounts. But anyhow, if you haven't worked with much front post, back post, but you want to try this blanket, I recommend go ahead and try the swatch. And then you can get a little bit comfortable with it, and then you can do the whole blanket. All right? Or you could just make it smaller, make it into a dog blanket or a baby blanket or some other type of blanket. Or make it a square, make a pillow. It's a really neat pattern that I've come up with here, and I really like it. And also, it just has lots of different things that you can make with it. All right? So I'm just going to continue across with row 10, 1 double crochet in each, all the way across. So I have completed the first 10 rows. Okay, and this is how it looks. And of course, this is a swatch. Yours is going to be bigger. Okay, so this is the first 10 rows. So what you're going to do is you're going to repeat row 1, not the chain, just the row of double crochets, through row 10, 6 or more times, however many times you want to make your blanket. But you'll repeat these 10 rows for the pattern that I've written 6 more times. And again, if you want it longer, you can repeat these 10 rows as many times as you want to. Okay, but that's it. I didn't put any trim on it. I didn't put any fringe or tassels or anything on this. You can if you want to, but I didn't want mine to. I wanted the star of this pattern to be these leaves that stick out and show you this is a fall blanket. And of course, this gorgeous yarn. All right, let's look back at the original blanket again. So here is the original blanket that I made using this exact yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love how the colors play. I'm going to pull it forward so that you can see it. Isn't that just gorgeous? And once you reach that last row where you added your double crochet, you just tie off and you are done. Okay, and again, if you want to add a trim, you can. I didn't think it was needed. I love that it's just a throw. I think this is the perfect size to have on the back of your chair so that if you get chilly, you can take it with you and wrap it around you. If you want to take it to a game, to a concert, to church, to a restaurant, anywhere you want to take a little blanket. I say little, it's really not a small throw, but you can make it bigger, like I said, just by doing those multiples to make it wider and repeating those 10 rows as many times as you want to. It's super versatile, even though it has this set pattern in there. And what I did spray it with some water, and I draped it across my dryer. When it was drying a load of laundry, it dried, and it made it spread out just a little bit more so that you can see those shapes if you feel like it's not showing the shapes. Okay? But this is our beautiful Autumn Breeze fall throw blanket. I just absolutely love it.